Smoking is awesome. Breaking news. Let's see why.
The problem with smoking is that it's kind of amazing. This is an irresponsible thing to say, but if we're going to talk about it, we might as well do so honestly. Smoking creates a temporary problem.
We're talking about cigarettes here, by the way. I don't think this means weed or anything.
And offers an instant solution. Once your brain is used to nicotine, for up to 72 hours you're itchy, nervous and stressed. But one drag and instantly you feel really good.
That would be the dopamine.
But it's way more than just a physical addiction. Smoking helps you focus.
We got any cigarette smokers in chat? I hope not. You guys better say, no, I don't do that. Nobody better be smoking them damn cigarettes in chat.
Focus at work and is
You
an
followed me on Twitch, Dingle Bingle? Thank you.
excuse to take regular breaks, which is good for you mentally. It's a tool against boredom, it suppresses your appetite, it makes bad moments feel less bad and good moments better.
Yeah, weight loss hack. Just smoke cigarettes. That's healthy.
It's social, fun together, and a good way to make
Rarely.
friends as smokers
No.
always group up.
No.
Your lips are one of the
Awesome. Good. You guys don't smoke cigarettes. Okay, well, Jimmy, you're 93, so you get a pass. I'll smoke a cigarette when I'm on my deathbed, because why not?
most sensitive parts of your body, and putting something between them is deeply satisfying. So
Yeah,
now
I learned, I forget where I learned this, but humans have like what's called an oral fixation, where it's like we always want to have to be doing something with our mouths. I don't want to hear any crazy jokes in the comments, but like that's why when people quit smoking, sometimes they'll do either like gum or sunflower seeds, or they'll have just like, I knew someone who like he was quitting smoking and he just had this like flavored stick he put in his mouth just to like have that oral sensation or fixation fixed.
we've given
It all stems from apparently sucking on titties as a baby. So there's something to learn for you guys.
smoking an honest introduction, let's smoke a cigarette together to see why it makes you feel so good and what exactly happens inside your body when you do it. The best worst thing.
The
A
best
cigarette is
thing.
dried tobacco leaves mixed with chemicals that make it burn slowly, helping you to absorb nicotine and flavors that make the smoke less harsh. Let's light it.
Let's do it. Good work, lady.
Cigarette smoke is 95% gases like carbon dioxide and water vapor.
Yeah, let me put some carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide into my lungs. That's a good idea.
The remaining 5% are particles
Oh
called
wait, isn't carbon dioxide fine? Don't we have... Never mind, I'm stupid.
tar, and they contain the magic sauce, carbon or nitrogen compounds filled with nicotine. As you inhale, billions of
nicotine,
particles
yeah!
interact with everything they pass through, getting stuck on your throat, tongue, and trachea. Your lungs are like big inflatable sponges and have a filter and barrier. The cilia cells with hair-like extensions covered by a layer of mucus.
I remember that from biology class. They were called cilia, and I had weird ways of remembering stuff in class. It was like, cilia just sounds like hair. So I was like, okay, cilia is hair.
They trap dust or bacteria to be swept away in a sort of dance. Tar particles land in the mucus and turn into a sticky brown substance that stops the dance and paralyzes the cilia, allowing them to get deeper into your lungs to the alveoli. Alveoli are little air sacs, and here's where your actual breathing happens.
You kids, you quit smoking, Sharpies? Good for you. God bless you.
They have very thin walls so that oxygen can transfer to your blood and carbon dioxide can leave. Now the magic is released. Nicotine passes through the thin walls and enters your bloodstream, reaching your brain so fast that it feels instant. The positive effect arrives right away. If your brain had a control board, smoking would be like pressing all the buttons at once, releasing
That's that damn dopamine. The issue with like quick dopamine like this is it's such an easy and accessible source of that like reward thing. If you're like getting it from dopamine or getting it from smoking or whatever else, then you're not going to have as much motivation to get it from actually intrinsically rewarding things like working out, doing a good job with your work or homework, whatever. But if you take away all these instant stuff, then you'll kind of get that same sensation from doing productive stuff. That's to me, the most important reason you should quit stuff like smoking.
neurotransmitters and hormones that affect your whole body. Epinephrine and cortisol make your heart beat faster and your body ready for action. Dopamine makes you feel happy and relaxed and
Yep.
reduces your appetite.
Yep.
Beta endorphins reduce pain and stress. Nicotine excites and calms
That's why,
you.
like, if you've ever, like, needed to do, like, homework or whatever, or work or something, and, you know, you eat a yummy-ass meal or you smoke some cigarettes, you'll find it's way harder to find the motivation to do that because your brain, because you get the dopamine from smoking, you're like, we're all good. We don't need to do anything.
At the same time, you become more alert and able to focus, your nerves become more sensitive to pleasant sensations, then your whole body relaxes. Together, all of these effects just feel great. But your brain immediately tries to return to normal and pushes back against the effects of nicotine, which is fine as long as you have nicotine inside your blood, but once its effects wear off, your body is left overcompensating, creating a massive imbalance within itself. The more you smoke, the harder your body tries to push back, which is why nicotine is so addictive. You stop feeling like yourself without it. It's still great, but
We call that dependency.
now you also need it just to feel normal. If that was all smoking did, well, that would be kind of okay.
What else does it do?
Nicotine comes with thousands of different chemical buddies. Cadmium, lead,
Lead? I didn't know there was lead in nicotine.
arsenic and cyanide, hydrogen peroxide
Cyanide?
or nitrogen oxides cause damage wherever they end
Aren't those, like, all poisons?
up. Carbon monoxide reduces how much oxygen your blood can carry. In your lungs, your cilia cells struggle. It's hard to push mucus clogged up with tar, and some of your cilia cells die.
Do I have a
Your alveoli are super sensitive and can't handle this sort of stress.
Do I have a dependency on working out? Yeah, I would say I would, like, the days I don't work out, I literally go crazy. I definitely, in the same way people are addicted to smoking, I'm addicted to working out, definitely.
A few of your tiny air sacs pop like balloons,
Which I'll take, by the way. I'm fine with that.
causing irreparable damage. Your body needs to get rid of all this tar immediately. Goblet cells pump out extra mucus to compensate, which makes breathing harder, so you start coughing to get the tar and
And damn
mucus out.
smokers cough.
Your immune system activates and macrophages begin
Why do I always have 6, 7 viewers? I don't know. It's so weird. It just always happens.
eating up tar particles. Smokers have way more of these cleanup cells here because their lungs are literally full
You should work out having an attractive face instead. Oh, crazy, sick burn, bro. You got me good.
of dirt. But the nicotine makes the macrophages sluggish and inefficient. Worse, they vomit chemicals that dissolve your lung tissue and cause tiny wounds that turn into scar tissue. Scars in your lungs are bad if you like breathing.
Fair. It's very fair.
Nicotine raises your heart rate while ordering blood vessels all over your body to constrict. Meanwhile, toxic chemicals get stuck, causing countless tiny wounds all over your body that will turn into scars. Those scars leak proteins that create random blood
Proteins?
clots, making your blood vessels even
Don't
narrower.
mess with my protein.
Constricted and narrow vessels put a lot of stress on your heart muscle that has to work much harder to keep blood flowing. Inside your skin, the chemicals
It's funny how, like, 100 years ago, everyone smoked cigarettes and they thought it was healthy. Even the doctors were like, yeah, smoke a cigarette a day. It's good for you. Oh, humans.
trigger enzymes that break down collagen, the protein that makes your skin elastic and smooth.
My dad smokes a lot and he's not quitting. How to make him quit? Unfortunately, something I've come to learn, and I'm very young, so I apologize if I'm coming off as narcissistic, but what I've realized is it's very, very hard to change people. People have to want to change themselves. You can only help them. So, best of luck. Hope he, makes a change. Why are we watching this? I don't know. Someone recommended it. It's interesting.
This creates folds and wrinkles. Your skin ages much quicker and you look older
What's up, Anakin Skywalker? How you doing?
sooner. But maybe the worst thing is what happens to your immune system. All over your body it reacts to tiny wounds and activates, fighting an invisible enemy, damaging healthy cells in the process. While at the same time, the nicotine makes it slow and sluggish. Worse at fighting actual diseases. We could go on like this, but this is getting old. In a nutshell, every
So, it's not good for you.
single one of your organs is highly stressed and suffers some kind of permanent damage. Over time, fats get stuck in the scars inside blood vessels, which
I don't
get
know. There's some like old people. They're outliers, of course, but there are like 100-year-olds, and people will ask them, "How'd you live so long?" They're like, "I smoked a cigarette every day." Because some people, they're just built like that, and that's what sucks. Like, Some people are going to have great genetics and can smoke every day and it's just fine. And then other people, they fall apart after one cigarette.
Narrower and
not
narrower
fair.
until they start to suffocate your organs. Your overworked heart beats even harder to push blood through the extra resistance,
It's your second day of quitting cigs. Good luck. Good luck, Adi.
and your blood pressure rises. So hard that fluids seep out of blood vessels into your lungs, which makes breathing even harder. The likelihood of a blood clot blocking a critical passage in the body rises enormously, which can eventually cause a heart attack or a stroke. Almost all smokers eventually get chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So many of your alveoli are irreversibly destroyed that you're
Gosh,
always short of
gosh.
breath, never able to breathe freely. Once you have it,
Imagine how well their health would be if they didn't smoke at all. Yeah, those people that live to 100, if they didn't smoke, they probably live to like 110. Crazy.
it can only get worse, never better again.
How do you even get into smoking? Well, it usually happens when you're young. In like high school or college, people will be like, oh, this is cool. This is good for you. You'll be cool if you do this. And then, you do it and you're cooked.
Finally, there's cancer. You get a sort of double whammy. On the one hand, you flood your whole system and especially your lungs with at least 70 highly cancer-causing chemicals. And on the other hand, you paralyze the part of your immune system that kills and prevents cancer.
Yeah,
This is
that'll
why
do it.
cancer is so likely in smokers. Ultimately,
Congrats on 945. Thank you. But unfortunately, you got to say congrats on 944 because we just dipped below.
smoking
You always remind me of Humanity 11. Can you do a collab with him? I don't know who that is. Is he a YouTuber?
is uniquely dangerous among the things you are legally allowed to do. The average smoker loses 10 years of life, which means that
Damn.
some lose like 5 years and others more like 25. You don't know which one will be you.
Yeah.
But it cuts into your health span even more, making a much larger part of your life spent being
Yeah,
chronically
imagine how miserable that is. You're like 60 years old. You see other 60-year-olds, they're still, having great lives, and you're just coughing all the time. You can barely walk. Your heart hurts. Your back hurts. It's terrible.
sick. Oof. So why don't smokers not just stop doing it?
Wow.
Smokers are often seen as unhinged
Kinda
or
hard.
without discipline, which is unfair. Nicotine is one of the most physically and psychologically addictive substances known to humanity.
The best thing to do is just to not start. I understand it's very hard once you're in it.
If you ever start using it, you'll likely struggle with it for the rest of your life. The physical addiction lasts around 3 days, but the psychological
High school also tells you it's bad. Yeah, the teachers do, but you don't want to listen to teachers in high school. You want to listen to the cool kids.
addiction is much harder to overcome because you form strong habits and it's connected to many social cues, like hanging out with friends or winding down from work. The perverse thing is that almost everybody who starts smoking as a teenager. The
That's
tobacco
what I
industry
said.
has to target vulnerable brains and get them hooked on the pleasurable effects of nicotine, or it would go away. Today, about 1 billion people will light a cigarette
Yeah, I guess, if you... What am I trying to say? If you start smoking when your brain is still developing, does your brain develop into liking cigarettes? So that's why it's so bad when you start young? I don't know.
which is a lot, but at least the trends are looking good. In
Addicted to
2030,
something good like gambling. No, fuck gambling. How are you addicted to losing money? That's like, I get cigarettes. Oh, at least it feels good. Gambling. Oh, I want to lose more money. I woke up today. I'm literally shaking. I need to lose more money. How stupid is that? If you're going to get addicted to something, caffeine or working out, those are the two goated things to be addicted to.
4% of adults were smoking. In 2020, it was only 23%. Still, in 2023, about 8 million people died from it. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are many successful strategies for quitting. We've
Let's
put
see.
links to some in the video description.
Ah, nice.
People who stop smoking by the age of 35 on average don't die earlier than non-smokers. If you're older than that, even quitting late can add years to your
Yeah.
life. It's a
Never too late.
bit like with climate change. Every bit counts, even if damage has already been done. We're not the morality or health police. You do you. But at least be
Yeah.
aware what
Oh,
it
yeah, that's the end of it. I forgot to say that. Listen, if you want to smoke and you're okay with the negative downsides, go ahead and do it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying more than likely going to benefit from not doing it.
exactly you're doing and why you're doing it. Most of you watching this don't smoke, so, well, just maybe never try it. Smoking only really solves a temporary problem but it creates loads of permanent ones.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm sorry if I came off as the morality police. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do, but just it helps to be aware of all the downsides.
Orange Peanut wants you to subscribe because he needs more money.